Hello everybody. In this video playlist, we're going to be taking a look at the June 2016 Algebra 1 Regents. Each video will be broken down by question, so you can skip to any question you like. It'll just focus around 2 or 3 minutes, so try to keep it to, on each particular question. So let's start with number 1. Number 1 asked, the expression x to the 4th minus 16 is equivalent to which of those 4 choices? So this is a factoring question, and more specifically, the factoring strategy we would use here, we have sum product, we have GCF. We're actually going to be utilizing dots. Dots, remember, is an acronym that stands for difference of 2 squares. In other words, we have a binomial, it's 2 terms. We have a difference here indicated by the subtraction sign, and the squares refer to perfect squares or even exponents. If we have all those conditions, we can double bubble, set up 2 bubbles like this, and right away we put 1 plus sign and 1 minus sign inside of our bubbles. This basically gets rid of that b term if you were to FOIL it out, which is why we only have a binomial. And now in terms of what goes in these bubbles, with the variable and the exponent, we mentioned it should be even, and this is because you're basically chopping or cutting that variable in half when you take the square root of it. In other words, what times itself is x to the 4th? It would be x squared and x squared. Again, cutting that in half. 4 happens to be a perfect square here, but any even number will work. And then with 16, what times itself is 16? Or what's the square root of 16? It's simply 4. So of the 4 choices up there, we're looking for choice 3 as our answer. You could actually factor that further, which is I was a little surprised when I first read this question myself. We could actually do dots a second time. They could have made this a little bit trickier since that is another perfect square there with x squared minus 4. But they just said which is equivalent, so choice 3 is equivalent.